Okay, everyone. So let's start today's session. And I hope you remember this topology which we discussed yesterday, right? What we configure here, normal IP address first we configure and we check the local configuration, local network. Then we configure another local IP here for different network. And then I also assign the IP on the router. In that case, router able to communicate both sides because router know the both network. But still that PC not able to communicate, and what we require for that? Default gateway, right? So we configure default gateway this side also, but only in few PC, not everywhere. Okay. And right now, what is the things that router are directly connected with both network. That's why I not require any extra command on the router. By default, router able to understand both network because both are directly connected. But in some case, let's say we have third network and that is not connected with this router, that is connected with another switch and another router. Then what? Then we require routing. We need to do manually other extra routing command. On that time, we'll go to the router and run extra command. Okay. So let's focus on that point. So this network will keep it this side. Here I'm removing this because what two PC is there. Okay. One network you can still understand. I'm just managing the networks. This is one network connected to router one. This is another network connected to router one. Same topology what we have yesterday, but now I will add one more router in the topology. So sales department is here, marketing department is here, and let's say I'm adding one more department, that is, let's say, HR. This PC 3 and 4 is part of HR. So we'll take one more switch. S3. Cable, router and router, same device. So cross cable, gigabit 0 to 0. Then router and switch and PC, that is straight cable because different device. So let's say here I'm using 01 with 01 and let a port number 3 to PC3 and port number 4 to PC4. And this is what I told you, HR network. So let me mention here HR. And here I will use network that is, let's say, 192.168.3. Third network plus 24. And same thing, I will use 103 IP and 104 IP, but third network. Okay, everyone. So now understand these two we need to configure now because according router 2, these two network not directly connected, and according router 1, this network not directly connected. So for that we require another concept on the router, that is routing. But before I start that, anyone want to ask doubt from yesterday's session or any other previous session, then ask me, because now we'll combine all the things whatever we learned till now. Cable, device and topology, already you can see this is still what? Star topology. Device connected via centralized device. So it is still star topology. Okay. So cabling concept, you can see straight cable, cross cable also, different network device, router, switch and PC also. So that kind of things already you see. But as a configuration, what you require? IP address, MAC address concepts. And if IP address or MAC address is not matching, then we require routing. Different network want to communicate. So confirm me, guys. Anyone want to ask anything? This side or this side? No? Okay. So understand, from the router. It's R1. And first of all, always verify that what is currently running. Okay, so we have this command, so running config. Enter. In a real scenario, you can use this command also, but not every time. Because what? In real scenario, there is a multiple network. Right now, even we just take a 3 network, topology become bigger. Okay. In real scenario, what? Multiple department, multiple switch, multiple router. And on that case, you will find lots of things running here. But right now, it's a small topology, so we can easily understand. So you can say interface gigabit 00 right now shut down. So you can see this 00 right now we just attached, but it's shut down. Okay. Then 0/1 having local IP 1.1 this side, and 0/2 having 2.2 IP this side. And then nothing. Okay. So you remember already that we just configure the IP. I just remind you. We not done anything in router one, right? We just configure the IP. The other configuration we see from the PC side with the default gateway. So what I want to check as a running config command, you see that what command you run. Second thing, we have show IP interface brief. This command. This will give you the idea how many interface is there and all interface having the IP address or not, it's working fine or not, having IP manually or automatic, and interface is up or shut down. So interface detail will find from this command. Okay, and third command you need to remember, that is we have show IP route. That will give you the routing entry. So right now, this router able to communicate these two network. This also we discussed yesterday, right? I'm just reminding you. But you not find here the entry of third network. Someone, let's assume, sir, we still not configure. Even after configuration, you will not find here because it's not connected. R1 is not like get a dream that, okay, there is a third network started. We require some configuration manually. Okay. And now there is a bigger configuration. So I will do some configuration faster. Okay. If you find it is very much faster, not able to grab, ask me. I will make it again slowly. Okay. But I don't want to use extra time in just running command. Main focus is what? Providing training. Okay. Second thing, faster is means not like I will go very super fast that way. But what I'm going to do, I will use some shortcut. Let's say this command we have. So running config. See, one just normal thing, I need to type this many character. And if it is a shortcut, I can run this way also. So run. Same thing. So that way I'm talking fast. Okay. During the training or configuration, I will keep talking full command, but I will type short word. Okay. And how it will work? For that, understand the core reason. Both are same or not. So you can just type one command, one character. And suppose, let's say you are configuring and during that you forget that. Okay, what is the full command? I remembered something starting from S, but I forget the full command. Then you can take the help of question mark. You can just press question mark. It will give you the option. But till now, just basic configuration. So I not show you these all things. But now, when it's come to the advanced configuration, you don't need to get fear that again, how I remember this many command. You don't need to remember. You just need to remember how to see the command. That command is there. So with the S, we have send command, we have setup command, we have show command and SSS. So by this, you get the idea. Okay, it's a show. Okay. Then again, let's say you don't know. Okay, after the show, what? I want to check interface or routing or what? Okay, question mark. So there is a long list. Okay. Again, remember, this is give you the hint. Still, you need to decide what command you need to run. That logic you need to remember. Concept you need to remember. Command is a wording. What is the command? You forget, then no worry. But what is the command meaning? That you need to remember. Okay. And in that also remember one more thing, that if you do the question mark together directly, then what? It is showing the suggestion with this spelling. What I want to say, guys, that if you directly do a question mark, router assuming that user forget what is the full command. So it is showing the only so. But when you do the space and after question mark, then router assume that you are looking for next word. Normally as a wording paragraph, you know that. If we write continue, then it is counted as a one word. And if we put the space, that means what? Next word. So remember this point also, that if you have one word in your mind and then directly putting question mark, it is still showing the same word. Okay, after space question mark, then it will give the next option. That small thing you need to remember. Second thing, I told you that only this way it will work. How? So see, understand, guys. Again, if I use the S only and question mark, there is a 4 option. SE, send, SE, setup, SH, so, and SS, that is with SSH. So when I type this, so how many command we have which is starting with the SH? Only one. If I put the question mark, it is saying only one. That means router automatically assume when you type these two keyword, it's a so. If there are multiple options, then router will confuse. Then router will tell you that type the full command. But when there is a single possibility, router will not wait for full command. Automatically, they will assume that user want to type so. So only SH will work. And that way, let's say R. Only with R, how many command? See. But this is a normal router. When you go for CCNP, CCI, then there are multiple possible with the R. And so I'm typing RUN. So in background what? This is assuming so. This is assuming entire running config. So if I type this only, that also give me the same output. And if I type full command, then also it is the same output. Okay. The long configuration, if you not want to match, then I will show you the small output. Let's say, so, just a second, guys. Okay. Let's say I run the one command like what? So IP interface brief. This output. And let's say I'm typing small up. So IP interface brief. Same thing. So this way I'm telling that I will do faster configuration, not as a speed. Okay. So don't confuse in that. That will go with the bullet train. Same thing. Okay. So this show command is what? Only SH will work. IP, as it is IP, but in this interface, only with the INT keyword, it's become unique. You can say here. So IP, and if I type only I, okay, one command. Getting it? But also what? If I do this way, let's say so IP interface brief, then it's become very difficult to understand. So I also using that kind of shortcut which is able to attach meaning automatically. So IP interface and brief. That way I'm using. Okay. So with that, let's go forward. Configure terminal. Okay. Then what? Interface. What we have? Gigabit. Interface gigabit 00. IP address. Here we require another network, guys. This network is number 1. This network number 2. This network number 3. But here also router 1 and router 2, how they connected? So for this network, I am going to use class B network series. Everyone remember that? 172.16. And then I will use the number of the router. I will use here 12 network. So this 12 network in background giving us the idea, logic that it is the network between R1 and R2. So I'm using 12 number. Otherwise, I am free to use any series here. You know that. This is the class B private series, 16, 17 till 31. Private IP, class B. Okay. So from that, I will use 12 number. Everyone able to understand or any confused? Why I'm using that? So every time what you will get easily idea, okay, this all 192 series, this want local network of employee. And this 176 different network, these were only for network devices. In this network, we don't have any employee. In 192 series, only for employee. That's why intentionally I'm using different series. So that IP I'm going to configure in router 1. IP address 172.16.12.1 and 16. No shutdown, exit. You find only one notification because what? Second side interface still down. So only no shutdown command, interface state up, but still communication not started. Line protocol still not up. Okay. So same thing I need to do in router 2. So enable, configure terminal, host name, R2, interface gigabit 00, IP address 172.16.12.2, 255.255.00, no shutdown, exit. You see the two notification? Because this time when I start the second side interface, so both are already started. And so communication also started. So first interface up and then line protocol up. Now this router also have the another interface 01. Interface gigabit 0/1, IP address 192.168.3.3, router IP of local network, class C. And here also two notification because switch interface already started, you know that. So interface also start, communication also start. And come to the PC, PC number 3, desktop IP, what I want, third network. And now you already have idea. If I'm going to communicate with different network, I also require default gateway. What is that? Router IP of third network. Then PC4, third network, and again, default gateway remaining same. Remember, it's not like every PC different default gateway. Like a give society example. Main gate is one, or maybe two, like inside and outside, and entry and exit. But it's not like every home have a different society main gate. So everyone, till now what we done? We just configure IP address everywhere. Here also we have IP address and default gateway. Here also we have IP address and default gateway. Here also we have IP address and default gateway, but according their own network. Router 1 also have the all three interface IP. Router 2 also both interface IP. So everywhere identity done. IP address configuration done. In technical word, this process what we done that known as a link up the topology. Right now, we just link up the topology, but communication remaining. Every PC don't know each other. Okay. So now what? Let's do the routing. So for this point, I will suggest first, let's understand all different routing concepts. What we are going to done right now, that is what manually. And again, manually means what? Number of network increase, number of department increase, that number of admin headache increase. Getting it? So later also we'll discuss something manually, something automatic. That is called dynamic. So mainly we have two kind of routing configuration, either manually, that is technically known as a static, or dynamic. So first let's see the static. When we need to start dynamic, you need to understand different routing protocol and lots of other things. So for static is what? Understand simple logic, guys, that whatever the router already connected network, that router already able to ping. What routing we need to do? Which network? Not directly connected. Everyone, simple logic, able to understand? Anyone confusion? According router 1.1 network 192.168. Okay. 2 network and 12 network. These three already connected in 3 interface. So router right now able to ping that all 3 network each other. Right? But router don't know about this third network. I can show you with the ping command also. PING, ping. Then 192.168, one network, first IP, PC1 IP, communicate. Second network, PC1, communicate. And other router to router network. That is what? 172.16.12. And I want to communicate router to IP. Yes. But if I try to ping 3.103, I can't. Okay, we are getting all 5 dot. That means what? Request going, reply not coming. That is what? Request timeout. You can try to ping even router. Understand, guys? Router 1 able to ping router 2? Yes, but only for this network. Let's focus here, guys, for everyone. Router 1 able to ping router 2? Yes, only for this network. 12.1 IP here, 12.2 IP here. Both are in the same range, so both are able to communicate. But this router 2 also have another network, 3.3 IP here, and that third network, router 1, not connected. So forget about the PC IP. You can try to ping here also. This is what? Router 2 IP only, but still it will not ping. Because router 1 itself don't know how to reach 3 network. Getting it? Router 1 able to ping router 2, but only with that 12 network. This third number network, router 1 don't know where it is. Able to understand, everyone? You no need to think as a one device router. Sir, router 1 able to ping router 2, then why not this IP? Think as a IP and networking, then it is a different network. It's not like IP of router 2 or IP of other router or IP of PC. But it will check what? Network. Network series is what? This. And that series router 1 don't know. Online people able to understand or any confusion?
Yep, able to understand.
Yeah. Classroom people? Everyone? Yes? Good. So for that, what we need to do? We need to tell them the path. We need to show them the routes, how to go. So I will inform to router 1, okay, that hey router 1, if you want to communicate this network with this subnet mask, then you can forward your request to the 12.2 IP. Router 2 will help you to communicate there. Like what? According default gateway, what I told you, that our PC require again same network IP, but of that device, which device able to communicate other. That is what default gateway. Same thing here. If I want to communicate on this third network, via router 1, then what? This is the middle device who can help. Router 2 have idea about third network. Everyone able to understand? So what? We'll inform in router 1 that if you want to communicate this network, send your request to router 2. And how R1 reach to route to 12.2, not the 3.3. So let's do that in a configuration. So coming configure terminal, IP, route. This is the command in the global config. Now we are not going to configure interface and IP address. So we need to remain in main global config mode. And you can do the routing here. So first you need to type destination network. That is what? Network, not the single IP. Otherwise what? Only ping 3.3, 3.101, 3.102 PC IP will not ping. So you require entire network with subnet mask. /24. So destination network and destination subnet mask. And for this, you can go here. This is your command. If I explain the format, then what? I am informing actually the router that, hey router, if you want to do the routing for this destination network and that destination subnet mask is this, then you can go to this next hop. This is the format. Destination network, destination subnet mask, and next hop IP address. Note it down. This, if you want. Otherwise, recording is there. This is the format, and this is called static routing, manually routing. Hmm? It's a single IP. While here I'm specifying network. So from this, I need to verify how many bit I want to match, how many bit no need to match. That's why what subnet mask. You know that the use of subnet mask. So in this, I want to ping what? One IP, two IP, or entire network. So how I can identify network? By network bit. That is subnet mask. Well, it is what? A single IP. So for that, we not require subnet mask. Whenever there is a single IP, no subnet. Okay, in routing, yes. I not change, I just add the third interface. Total, we have two interfaces already according yesterday topology. This side one network and this side two network. Both are connected and I add the third interface to connect router 2. I not change the IP. I just add the one more network. Till anyone have confusion, ask me guys. Otherwise, this is the command. We'll reach there step by step. First understand local network, then we'll go to the internet. Is this clear, everyone? So this is the format and this is the command which I type. Again, intentionally remember, whenever I type the capital things, that means it is just for your understanding. And whatever the small thing, that is actual command. This is not the command, this is the format. Command is this.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Can you explain routing again?
that's in front of you only. We need to give this command IP route. Then you need to decide which network your router don't know. That network detail type here and also type the path that if router 1 want to reach on this network, where they want to go, this is your next stop. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for this router, I want to reach on this network. This is the same subnet. Okay, /24 is another method and 25525 is another method, but both are same. You know that two types of format to write a subnet mask. In command, we have that 25525 format. Here, just for easy to understand this. Otherwise, if someone confusing here, I can remove that. And I can type the same thing. So this is what a network detail. So router 1 want to reach this network. And for that, what is the path? This point. If router 1 send request here, then router 2 able to communicate here. So that is what path. You can take normal example in your real scenario also, that you are going to some new place and then there is some crossroad. You don't know where to go. So you will ask someone. Then they will show you the path. That if you want to go that place, you can go left or right. So that's the same thing I'm doing. That don't go here, but go this side. This is the path which allow you to reach third network. That is called routing. Routing is what? Path. Simple. Yeah, right now they not communicate. After routing, yes. Yes, obviously. Right now we just configure from router 1 side. According router to what? According router to third network already know. We don't need to do routing for this in router 2 because router 2 directly connected. And router 2 also connected with this 12 network. So for router 2, what path they don't know, only show that. In router 2, I will not show this path. I will not show you this path. I will show you only path for this and that third network. Okay. According router 1, 1, 2, and 12 directly connected. For that router 1 don't require any path. But for this network, router 1 require path that we given. And same thing, think as a router 2, 12 network and third network, router 2 directly connected. But this one and these two, router 2 don't know. So in router 2, we'll do routing for this. So let's go to the router 2. Enable configure terminal. And I can show the ping first. Let's say router 2 able to communicate 192.168. Third network 103 IP. Yes. Router 2 able to communicate router 1. Yes. But router 1 able to communicate first network? No. Router 1 able to communicate second network? No. So by default, router only able to communicate which network? Directly connected. The other network which is not connect directly with router 2, that network we need to show the path. That is called pathing, routing. Okay. Let's do that. According router 2, again command is what? IP route. Which path? Sorry, which network router 2 don't know? Network number 1. And how router 2 able to reach network 1 via router 1? So that IP of router 1, which is R2 already reachable. And let's say every time I don't want to exit and ping, I can also do one more thing here. I will write the do keyword. That is like what? Forcefully. Normally what? I am doing the ping by going in the privilege mode. Now I want to remain here. I will type the same command, but after the do keyword. Then I can do the ping from global models. So after showing this path, I can ping network 1, but still I can't ping network 2 because still 30 series we don't have. So one more thing you can do in packet tracer, guys. You no need to actually wait for 2 minutes. As I told you, it is a software. So we have this option here. You can do the time travel. Increase the time, your 2 minutes gone. Okay. So again, try to do ping with the 200. So I show the path for network 1. After that, ping possible. Same way, I show the path for network 2. So I'm telling to router 2 that, hey, router 2, you want to do the routing for this network, then you need to go to this IP and try to do ping. I can. So this is called routing, but manually, static routing. Right now, what we learn, that is known as a static routing. Everyone, is this clear? Left side? Yes. Online people? Ashwin, Chandrasekhar, Sarvesh, Sriram, Tanvir.
Yes, we are clear.
Okay. So for the static routing, you just need to remember one simple line. That if router already having the IP address and directly connected to network, they can ping directly. But if router not connected directly with any other network, for that we need to do routing.
Nikun, just wanted a
Yes.
clarification.
Yes, Tanvir.
Yep. So if we want to reach a particular destination, we'll specify the destination IP subnet mask and next hop IP address. We don't specify the interface through which the packet should leave
No.
to the
We can
router.
do that also. That is a different method. But right now, we can specifying
Okay.
next hop IP address.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Not a problem. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That I will show you after a few minutes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Everyone, is this clear? Whatever destination network which I don't know, but I want to reach. So I will type that destination network, destination subnet mask, and your path, next hop IP address. In which IP you can go, then you are able to communicate. So according this topology, router 1 want to communicate here, that is possible via 12.2. Router 2 want to communicate here, that is possible via 12.1. Router 2 forward packet here 12.1, then it will forward to the second network. Clear? Any confusion? No. Okay. Now let's say after the router 2, we have internet connection. This. Now I'm using router 0 because it is not our topology. This is what internet I want to assume. Okay. So what? Let's say this is my company internal organization network. And from that, via router 2, we are receiving internet. So we have again connection here. You know that internet connection is coming via cable. You're using wireless Wi-Fi, but that is what? Just that small area. Your Wi-Fi router to your mobile. Actual internet not coming wireless. Actual internet coming via wire. So that I'm connecting again router to router. That means cross cable. 0 to this side fast Ethernet. It's an old router, right? Delete this. Let me take new router. And take a cable, cross cable, 0 to 0 to. So now what? Just for your understanding purpose, let me just give some design structure. This is my internal network. And this is what? Internet. Okay. So I can manage my router too, but I can't manage internet. Okay. That means what? I don't know what is the IP here. What is the other network? This internet node. Let's say if I want to go to internet, how many network entry I give? You want to use Instagram, you want to use Facebook, you want to use Google, WhatsApp, Telegram, lots of things, and all message or communication done via internet. So how many paths you configure? Maybe let's say you analyze your daily life and you know that, okay, this all website I'm using. And for that, let's say you specify the path. But then also what? Tomorrow you don't want to use another website? Yes. Let's say whenever you not find any topic, then what? You can do Google search. Or nowadays, maybe you are doing ChatGPT. Right? Means what? According to internet, it is not fixed that what kind of website I am going to use or what kind of destination I am going to communicate. That means destination unknown. Or destination is anything. So on that time, we have one another terms that is called default routing. Till now done, what is that? Static routing. But now what? Again, default routing. What is this means? That let's say you know the path. This how you can go to internet, but you don't know the destination. Then you can configure default route. Previously, what we discussed? We know the destination, we don't know the path. Now what I'm telling, you have the idea where is the internet, but you don't know where you want to go. For that, we'll use default route. So that is the same real scenario case of internet. We are just searching anything, but everything you are able to communicate and replay, right? So that is what? Because of default route. Okay, so how you configure that? In this router, obviously, first of all, we need to start the connection. So I will access this router for few times. So I can just make the topology as a reality. Otherwise, what in real scenario, you not configure this router. But right now, I just want what connection will start. So in this router, the last router, okay, no enable configure terminal, host name, internet. Then let's say interface gigabit 0/2. IP address, let's say 50, 50, 50, 50. I'm typing random IP because what? In internet, actually random IP, it is not a fixed IP. So just for understanding purpose, let's say this is my internet connection, which is ISP given to me. Dot I miss. This is what? My internet connection. When I pay the money to internet, ISP, like Vodafone, Jio, Airtel Extreme, or let's say your SIM card internet, whatever. Whenever you pay the money, you do the recharge. ISP will keep one IP for you. This is what public IP, remember. That's why I take a 50 series. 172 or 192, that is what private IP. This is public IP. So when you take the internet connection, you know that for the first time, that internet company people coming to your home, they will set up the router and then your internet start. So what they do? They do this thing. In your router, they will just run these kind of things. That any network, any subnet mask, your internet connection is here. This is called default routing. Getting it? Format is same. You can see the old command, IP route. You are specifying destination network and destination subnet mask. Here what I told, that any network or any subnet mask. That's why I type the 000. 0 means you know that all bit is off. It is not going to check anything. That any other network request, you can forward here. But again, how you can communicate here? Like I told you, that even router 1 and router 2 want to communicate, you require some IP. Like 12 series I taken. Same way, if internet IP is 50, 50, 50, then that same kind of IP you need to configure here. Then communication start. So interface gigabit 2/0 on my router, IP address. Extra dot. 0/2. I type 2/0. And same command. No shutdown and exit. So you can see this connection also start. So what I done, I just configure the IP address and I did tell them default routing. So this how internet use. So now router 2 will check that okay, PC1 sending some request. Do I have entry in routing table? Then I will do the decision accordingly. If I don't have entry, then what? I will use default routing and forward to the internet. Able to understand everyone? If you have the entry of the network, it will take decision accordingly. If you don't have entry of your network, that means what? It will use 0. That okay, go here. Let me show you the router to routing table. Routing table means what? That command. So IP route. Now you find the long list. Previously only we have 2 IP. So what you find? That 50 network directly connected and this is your IP. 49 is your IP. Then 170 to 16 network directly connected. From that your IP is 12.2. Then 192.161 network via S. S for static. Like I told you, you will find different code word. Whenever you start configuring extra things, your list become bigger. And with the different code words. So this is your static routing. Now router have the idea that if I want to reach this network, it's via 12.1. If I want to reach second network, it's via 12.1. Then again, third network directly connected, and this is my IP. And suppose someone sending that I want to ping 100 network. So it will check how I reach 100 network. No, okay, forward here. Then it will forward to the internet. This how it will work. Online people, is this clear for you?
So as I understand, this is the router where the interface 172.16.21.12.1 is present, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
12.2. Router 2 I'm talking. See the
Okay.
idea again? It's a 12.2.
Directly connected. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to
This
understand
side
that.
router 1 12.1 we have, and router 2 we have 12.2.
Okay.
Classroom people. Yes, we need to use right now again. Router 1 not reachable to internet. We need to give that path. This is a static routing, all thing manually. No, whole not access. You need to specify. That's why we require networking people. In home network, in Wi-Fi, what we only have the one Wi-Fi, one router. So what all employee means all home user connected that Wi-Fi, and that Wi-Fi having internet routing. But if we have company, then we have multiple router, and all router don't know about internet. At our home, what you can see, this is the scenario. Router 1 and router 2, yes. But still, router 1 right now don't know that router 2 have internet. Previously, let's say when I add the third network, router 1 able to reach directly? No. We need to specify that router 2 have a third network. Same way, we need to specify in router 1 that router 2 also have a internet now. If I ignore this blue color side, then what? This is our home internet connection. That internet, we pay the money, they give us the one router, and via that router, we are connected our device. And this router already connected internet, so this part is our home network. But in company, we have multiple router. So we need to do manually. If it is one router, again, only one internet is okay. But right now, we require to do manually information. What you are using in your mobile, it is automatic. Till now, you don't know how background thing work. That's why maybe you getting doubt that everywhere we need to do. Yes, everywhere you need to do. Okay. Anyone still confusion doubt this side? No. Back side? No doubt. Okay. So you can check router 1. This is my router 1. Enable and show IP route. So what you find? Only that entry which is directly connected, and only that entry which you configure static routing. So see, according router 1 means I'm talking about this side, router 1. So according router 1, 172.16 network connected. From that my IP is 12.1. Then 192.168.10 network connected. From that my IP 1.1. 172.16 second network also connected. You can see 1 and 2. Both are connected. So second network also connected. From that my IP is 2.2. And then third network I am reachable via S, via static routing, via 12.2. Okay. So again, if I get any request in router 1 for any other network, I can't do that because I don't know other path right now. R1 still don't have internet awareness. Internet is connected to router 2. So the same thing I need to do here. That IP, route, any other network, any other subnet mask, you can forward your request to router 2 because router 2 have internet. So this is your router 2 IP. Now router 1 also have internet. After this, you can check. So IP route, we have this entry. S and star. You can see S again static and star means candidate default. So it is what? Indirectly static default routing. So now R1 also checking that if network 4.1, network 4.2, network 4.12, I can responsible. But if I find any other request to using Instagram, Facebook or whatever, I will forward to router 2. Router 2 again checking. Do I have entry about Google, WhatsApp, Instagram? No. Let me forward to the internet. And this is how your communication works with the use of default routing. Static routing for your internal communication. And if you don't know any network, still you want to forward the packet, that is default routing. Is this clear, everyone?
Yeah, one thing.
Yes.
If you have another backup of public IP for the same network, how can we join for another?
Same thing, no any changes. Like you entry about 50-50 network, same you can entry about other network. Let's say 100 network is there for internet, 100 also public IP. So you can do
At
the
the same
same.
time,
Yes.
at the same time, the network will call the another internet public IP also at the
Yes.
same time.
Let me show you. Previously we run this command, right?
Yeah.
For internet. Let's say
Yes.
you have another network in a backup with 100 IP. Okay. Or let's say all 100. So easy to remember. Let's say this is your another internet IP. That's it. Same thing. Okay. Any confusion?
No.
Right now, this is wrong because we don't have 100 networks. So you can use no. Remove this command. So whatever number of internet, that many entry you need to give simple. Anyone? Any confusion? Now, step by step, concept become deeper. So again, just want to repeat that do daily practice. Otherwise, if you are thinking, okay, let's learn Monday to Friday, and I will practice on Saturday, Sunday, then it is going to be difficult. Because whatever we discussed already in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is new topic. If you not practice, you put the practice on the Saturday, Sunday, then Wednesday, Thursday session not able to understand. So do daily practice. Here I am doing because this is my daily task. There is no any error. But when you try to do, there are also error. And if error come, you can ask me doubt. I can explain. You will learn more. Okay. Otherwise, just finishing course, then I'm saying that you are wasting your money. We have YouTube video also. Watch that. If you enroll here giving extra money, then utilize that. Not only just attend as a movie or YouTube video. Try to involve yourself and do daily practice. Otherwise, at the end, what CCNA course finish, then you think, okay, this is all basic, we'll discuss in CCNP. Then when you enroll, or when, let's say when you do CCNP course, then you find, okay, basic is missing. I need to revise CCNA. And you need to attend again CCNA. You can also ask your other friends here, classroom people, online people, who already finished CCNA. You can talk with them. This is the most common mistake when any student start the networking course, they doing. When I teaching or when any other trainer also teaching, it's look like easy because as a trainer, they are doing fast. Not fast, but let's say easily because it is daily task. You need to involve yourself, remember. So right now, router 1 have these two network directly connected and 12 network also. And for this network, we have static routing. And for unknown network, we have default routing. According R2, this third network and 12 network directly connected. For this and this, we have static routing. For unknown network, we have internet default routing. That means our entire topology able to communicate each other. You can say as a company, there is a sales department, marketing department, HR department, multiple switch and router, that entire topology ready. Your entire company, all employees are able to use internet. Getting it? Any confusion? So normally your topology is ready, but what? I told you in the beginning that it is a manual static routing. If let's say attach here 10 network more, right now only 3 network, more 10 network. That means what? In router 1, 10 entry. In router 2, 10 entry. And on that 10 network, router 1, router 2 entry. Everywhere you require each other entry. And that is going to become lengthy, complex, and sometimes difficult. So it is the routing count as a static routing, but not scalable. Not for the bigger topology. If there is some startup company have only 2-3 departments, like I mentioned here, total how many PC we take? 2 PC in the network 1, 3 PC in the network 2, and 2 PC in network 3. Total 7-8 PC. For that kind of some startup company, you can think 5-6 people or group of friends, they started some company. So for them, it is okay. They can use static routing. But when it's come to the MNC company or multiple branch, then this static routing become lengthy and very tough. So on that time, we require dynamic routing or default routing. But before going that, okay, just ignore that point, which is what lengthy. Other all features still we need to discuss as a static routing. So before I go deeper in static routing, ask me guys anything you want to ask right now at this point. Anyone? Internet will discuss static routing. Static internet is not part of static routing. For that backup and everything, we need to make a bigger topology with the dynamic routing. Right now, as a local topology concept or static network, anything want to ask? In the command format confusion, sequence or next path or next hop, that confusion, anyone? No? Okay. So what I will do here? Recording router 1. I'm running this command, so running. So we have all entry. What I want to show you? This thing. We have 2 entry. That if you want to go to this third network, it is reaching via router 2 and internet also via router 2. According router 1, I'm talking. Okay. And same thing, let me show you from router 2 side. So we have 0/0 interface connected to router 1. So that 12 network. 0/1 interface connected to local network 3 and 0/2 interface connected to internet. And what is routing we have? That router 2, this router 2 want to go to local network 1, then via router 1, local network 2, then via router 1, and other unknown network, internet. Why I'm repeating this? Because now I want to show another method of static route. Let's say you don't know the other end IP. Like what? Here we have entire topology in front of us, 12.1 here, 12.2 here. Okay. So let's say again you are in router 2 and you want to do routing for this. So what is normal thing we learn? That hey router 2, if you want to go here, this 12.1 is your next hop. But if you don't know the next hop, then second thing you can do, you can decide your interface. That this interface is for internet, this interface is for local network, and this interface is for going here. Means let's say I am removing this entry. That in the second network, I don't want to go via IP address. So I'm removing this. So no command and paste. That entry I'm removing. And because of this, if I try to ping, I can't, because that entry remove. When I remove the entry, now router 2 don't know where is the network. Getting it? So what I will do? The same entry. IP route. This is your destination network. Then destination subnet mask. Instead of the IP address, oh sorry, not this. I will specify here interface. Which interface it is? 00. 01 going to third network. 02 going to internet. For local network, I have 0, 0. So gigabit 0, 0. This way I can also specify. Either you can specify the next of IP, which IP you want to reach, or interface that exit from this. Go via this interface, then you will reach to network 3. And then again try to ping. Okay, so we have these two methods. In router 2, either you can specify this IP as a next stop that go here, or you can specify this interface that exit from this. Both are same indirectly. So it is your choice what you want to configure. Notes. So previously I give you this format. That same thing. What you can specify as a format, instead of next stop IP address, you can use exit interface. This is the format. Note it down if you want. Any confusion, then ask. Same format, just last portion we are changing. Instead of next stop IP address, we can use exit interface. This thing you're asking, right? Sriram or Tanvir, I think. Who's asking that?
It was me.
Yes. Okay. Hmm. 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 Yes. Hmm. 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 No, right now we are not doing anything from switch. No. Why switch go to access internet? Desktop can, because desktop have already default routing. Default gateway, what's the meaning we discussed yesterday? Any other network, if you want to go to router 1. Because router is the main role. They are the router. Router we are talking, otherwise what router. So the root. So in router we need to specify. Yes, because what? Router have the capability to connect multiple network. PC don't have. PC only have one interface, one IP. Then how many paths you saw? In PC, what we have? IP address and subnet mask, one interface only. So one path that you configure as a default gateway. PC don't have capability to connect multiple paths. Well, router is the device where you have multiple paths. And if there is a multiple path, then you need to specify which path is for internet, which path is for local. That's why we are running the command. Okay. Any other doubt? No. So now I show you the second method also. Suppose we have second path. Okay. Not for again internet. Okay. Internet is not the case right now. But let's say here also, you have doubt that R1 and R2 connected via this cable. Maybe cable loose, maybe cable broken, cable bend, anything possible as a physical. So what? For the backup, you are connecting second path. In that case, what? Understand. Suppose if I not connect the second path, that means what? Entire this network and entire this network or internet, that all are coming and going, instead communicating via this one cable. If this cable have some issue, this both network are disconnect from internet and also disconnect from this network. So I want here second path. So what I can do in this case, let me attach the one more cable and intentionally I will use different interface. Different interface means different type of interface. So you can see easily different color and different idea. Serial we don't have here, why? Friends, serial what should be? I want to show with serial. No. Let's say in real scenario also, remember we see the physical router and there is a 2-3 interface. And what I told you, we have also empty socket. If let's say in the future, I want to increase my network and all interface is used. So how we can attach that extra slot? Online people, for you, let's say CCNA, post office, fundamental, network devices. This is what I'm talking, guys. This old router only have 2 interface, that also fast Ethernet. And right now, what router I take, that is what latest with the gigabit. And we have 3, but all 3 used. I don't have now new interface. So I can use this empty space. I will attach the extra socket here and I can use another interface. Same way I can attach also here, this rule. Remember this point we discussed? So let me show you that thing. Now remember, when you want to change hardware, device should be off. It's not like in the running device you can do, right? In your computer, let's say you want to change the hard disk or you want to change the RAM, anything, computer should be off. Same thing here, we are going to change hardware. So what you can do, click here. Till now only we are accessing CLI, but you can go to the physical. This is that physical device backend side. This is what 2 fast Ethernet, sorry, gigabit it is. This is one more gigabit. Then we have aux port also and downside blue color console port also. And what you see here, these all are empty. So first of all, you also see this point. This is what router, power cable and switch. So click here like physically. Now router off. See the light. If I click, router on. Okay, so again I'm clicking. I want router to be off. And then this is the all available extra interface list. What you want to add. Whatever you click, you will see the description downside. This is the single wide small form factor SFP. Then it is serial port with the WAN. This is extra switch port. This is 8 connection console port, octal cable. And again, this is gigabit. Okay. So what I will connect, I want to show serial. So I'm going to connect this. Just drag and put here. So you will find serial port extra. Let me do zoom again. You will see what is empty. There you find extra port. Okay. So this is software. Same thing you can do hardware with what? With the physical screwdriver and attach. Same thing for router 2. Physical. Router should be off. Then you can see these all port are empty. Then this serial port, just drag and drop. Okay. If you want in the same connection, you can again take that I want here. It is your choice. Sequence you can decide. And suppose by mistakenly attach here, I don't want here. Then what? Just check and put here empty space. It's removed. Empty space. So again, I'm going here and let me attach here. Okay, everyone. And then start the router. Also start that router. So in both router, I attach what? Extra interface. Intentionally, I do that. Okay. Otherwise, I can use normal interface also. But let's say in some case, you will find serial port. So then no need to confuse. No need to get fear that, oh, I don't know this, how to use that. Okay. One mistake happened. No. Now let's connect this is red color is what? Serial cable. I'm connecting here with the serial. So now we have two paths. Okay. What one mistake happened, guys? I forget to save the configuration on router 2. That's why it is all empty. This only started. So now I will do in router 2, yes or no. Enable configure terminal, host name router 2, interface gigabit 0/2. That is internet IP address 50.50.50.49 255.255. Interface gigabit. Downside we have 01. IP address 192.168.3.3. No shutdown. Exit, and this side 00. Interface gigabit 00. IP address 172.16.12.2. Shutdown. Okay, and the same way router 1. Last thing. Already this internal part is running. Okay, but what I configure later today, that is not saved. Router 1. That's it. Whatever the mistake, that. Okay. So above side connection is running. Downside connection still off because we just attached the cable. We need to configure another network. So let's say what I'm doing, 12 network for above side, and I can take one more network for serial cable. That is what? Let's say 172.16 dot. Instead of 16, I'm taking different series. Let's say 20. Okay, anything you can use. Or let's say 21. Because from the 16 to till 31, that all are private. Remember? Class A, entire 10 series. Class B, 172.16 till 172.31. And class C, 192.168, 0 to 255 entire. Okay, so I'm taking here 21. Two and one connected or 1 and 2 connected, therefore I'm taking this number. Okay, so I also informed the router that, hey, router 1, if you want to go this network, you also have the second path. Okay, so same thing. Whatever we done till now, same thing, but for second path. So first I will configure IP in router 1, interface, serial. Now what we have? Serial. And the number you can see here, 000. IP address 172.21.21 and router number 1. Class B, no shutdown, exit. And same way, let's configure address on the router 2. So this is my router 2. Interface, serial. What interface we have? Same I taken. Good. 000. and router 2. So first I started the communication between these. You can see the red, green color. Now cable is red, okay, but interface you can see now it's green. So second path also activate, but only path activate, routing remaining. So now again go to the router 1 and inform them IP route if you want to go to this network with this subnet mask. Then now we have the second path, that is what 21.21.2. Okay, any confusion? And also first path, if anyone miss, then we have this one. If you run the command second time, there is no any issue. Okay, first path what we have 172.16.12.2. So can you see, you can run the both command. For the one network, two different paths possible. There is not the issue. But this time, if you see the routing table, so IP route, what you find? For the one network, I have two paths. You can go via 21.2 also. You can go via 12.2 also. Both path is there in the router. So the thing is what? Number of network increase, number of path increase, number of command also increase. That's simple logic. And that's why I told you again, if there is a very big topology, then it's become very lengthy. It's not a scalable. Anyone have confusion with the second path? Tanvir, Sriram, or any other people?
No, I'm clear. I think the metric value will come into play now, isn't it?
Yeah, now it will, step by step.
Okay, sure. Thank you, sir.
Here, classroom people? Any confusion? No. Okay. Now what? Let's say I want to use second path as a backup. Not right now. Right now, what both path active? Your router showing both paths. You try to ping. From router 1, if you try to ping 192.168.3.103. You find two drop. Why? First they find first path, second they find second path, and then ping started. Okay, you can try again. Now both paths are visible. All ping going, and in background it will use both. There is a one option in this, except the ping we have. What is that? Trace RT. Trace route. This is what you can find the path, how your packet traveling. Trace route, trace the path. The command itself, meaning you understand. And then let's say I want to check how my router is communicate to this IP. So right now what you find? 21 network, 21 network, 21 network every time. Getting my point? Right now only showing 21. But if you want to check from the destination, here also, that become little advanced, but right now it is showing same, so I can show you. Let me just make an example so you're able to understand. Okay. Let me try to ping this network. This router IP 3.3, not the PC IP, but this IP 3.3. Now you see, one time 21, one time 12, one time 21, one time 12. Able to see two path properly now? I checking what? I am checking that how I reach to this IP. So it is saying via 12. Then again, how I am reaching this IP? It is saying via 21. Again, I am asking. It is saying 12. Again, I am asking. It is saying 21. Tanvir?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Here, classroom people, able to understand? Right now, it is using both paths. That means it is actually load balancing. It is not the backup. Everyone, load balancing means what? Two path or multiple, whatever available path, all are using at the same time. And in background, they divide the load. That is what? Load balancing. But let's say I don't have that much load in my network, but I just want a backup. Means I don't want that both path using together. Right now, I want it will use only 12 path. If 12 number path have some problem, then only use 21. I want 21 as a backup. Okay. Then we can do one more thing in the static routing that is known as a AD value. AD means administrative distance. It is the value which router will take the priority number, that which path I want to use. Okay. And in that, by default value is 1. That I will count all path as a first priority. And that's why what? Both path having same priority. So both path using together. If you notice properly, let me show you the again routing table. So IP route. This is what? That AD value. And both having 1. Able to see? Destination network is here via static routing, but we have two paths. Via 21.2 also value number 1. Via 12.2 also value number 1. So I don't want that. I want what? 21 become as a backup. So what I will do? I will increase the value here. 2, 3, 4, whatever. Here what? It is a priority. So you know that in the priority number increase means what? Indirectly priority decrease. This is first priority, then maybe second, third, fourth, whatever number you give. But in short, not 1. Getting it? So for that, what I need to do? First, I need to remove old entry. And then I will give the new entry. So no, whatever command I run, that for 192.168.3.0, this is the subnet mask. For that, next stop is what? 21.21.2. This command I configure. Now the same command I'm writing with the no. So what? This command will remove. Again, you can check the routing table just for double verification. Entry gone. Now only with 12 in network. And now I run the same command. That IP route for this network, for this subnet mask, and this is the next of IP. And previously what we are doing, just enter here. This time I will give one more space, and here I can specify the number at the end. Whatever number you type, but not 1, because 1 already there. 2, 3, 4, whatever. Till what? 255. So I'm typing here, let's say 5. Command run, accepted, no any error. That means command is right. Okay, but in background, you can check the routing table. You not find that entry. Now that is become backup. Because what? Already router have the destination with the priority 1. Then why it will count priority number 5? It will not count. Getting it? And try to ping. Till ping is going. Try to ping router IP. And this time if I show the trace route, remember all command of privilege mode you can run here in config with the do. Now you can do again. Every time only 12 because we only counting 12 number part. Okay. In the routing table, only one path visible. But we configure the second path with the value number 5. So 5 will comes in the picture only when this priority not available. That is called backup. The main not available, then backup comes in the picture. So let me do that. What I will do? Now, as a real scenario, what I told you, cable may be broken, cable bended, cable loose. That I can't do in software. That loose cable. Right? I can do two things. Either remove the cable or either shut down this interface. In both case, first path gone. Okay. So let's say what cable broken, if you want to compare that point. So what I will do? Remove this cable. In background what? You will find the notification, interface down. And because of this, if I show the routing table now I have the new entry with the priority 5. This is called backup. Whenever priority 1 is available, second path not visible. It is there. You configure, but for backup, not as a active. And now again you try to ping. Ping is going. Try to ping router IP. That also going. And also you can check the trace route. So 21, 21, 21. And let's say after some time troubleshooting done, the path again activate. Path again activate. So what you find? Notification, path up. And again you try to check the path. It's now taking 12. Again, you can check the routing table. Priority number 1, 12 path become active. So this how you can configure backup path also, but in the static routing, it is known as a static floating routing. The second path remains floating, not in the real. It's in the air, it's in the logical, that word. So here the topic name is static floating routing. That where you have two paths, but you want to use any one as a priority. So keep as it is, and whatever path you want to use as a backup, there you can give the entry with the more number. Okay, everyone? So today we learn 3 different types of static routing. One is with the next hop, second with the exit interface, and third with the floating. And one more thing what we learn, default routing. So tell me guys, any other question, confusion, doubt, if you have, you can ask me. Yusuf? Yes.
Yeah, just wanted to ask you. We see the static floating route over here. So if we want to see this backup routes as well, I think there will be command for that as well, isn't it?
No, that is only the path as a we know that like backup path or backup route. But as a static, the topic name is static floating route.
Okay, so we see all the routes which are currently active, which are through which the traffic can go. So if there is any backup route, how do we see that? Can we see it?
Yeah, if you want to see, then what? You can check your running config. There you find the command.
Okay. Okay.
Getting it? Right now also see only one path I can see. But I want to check is there any second path or not. So what you can do? So running config.
Okay.
There is a long list. I can show you the shortcut also, but right now just I'm showing full. So you will find both entry. One entry with normal, second entry with 5 number. So you'll get the idea. There is a second path.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. That answers my question, sir. Thinking more troubleshooting point. Thank you.
Okay. And now what? Suppose here it is not working, but in real scenario, when you run this command, so running, and as I told you, there is a lots of option. So we have this kind of one option. We can use pipeline.
Okay.
And then we can use filter with this, including IP route. This kind of something we have in real scenario. But that is, yeah, it's working here. Very good. Which version it is? Just a second, right? I updated software. Previously, it is not working. If you help about, I remember this version. Okay, 8.1. Good. Okay, guys. So see this. This how you can also do filter. Previously, it is not working. So only you can see this. What I done here actually, that I run the command manually, this show running. But in that show running, there is lots of output. So what I done, I put the pipeline. This pipeline is for filtration. Not the slash, okay? It's a vertical line, not the slash. And then I'm using here INC. That is what shortcut for include. Including this. Means what? From this long output, I want to see that line which is including this keyword. That means what? You are using here filtration, searching, finding. Like in your PDF, let's say there is a lots of page. Then what you can do, Control F and find. So same thing here, that find this keyword. So for that, you can see directly that routes. Okay. So you don't need to depend on this long entry. You can use this kind of filtration. Let me check. So this another filtration working. Interface, gigabit. What we have? 0, 0. This filtration not working. Only few working. Okay. Classroom people, anything from your side? So now tell me, should I start new topic or this is okay for you for the day? And you will do this practice? No, this is different filters. Everyone, confirm me. Want to go forward, I will start new topic or it is okay for you today and you will practice. If you are going to practice, then I'm ready to finish early. But tomorrow also you're just coming that way. That's like what? Go to home, put the bag and tomorrow came. If you're not going to do practice, then I will focus on the finishing topic. Tell me everyone. I don't know how to read mind, okay? You need to talk. Okay. This side. Will practice. Online people, okay? So first I will ask question tomorrow. That will give me surety that you practice or not. Then only I will start new topic. Okay. Tomorrow is Friday. Because if you done the practice, then I will show you some advanced topic Friday. So you will have more time in Saturday, Sunday. So every time, remember, Friday session is more important. On that Friday, mostly what I will do, some advanced or complex topic I will cover. So you have more time to revise. Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss something advanced. Right now, for today, that's it. Let me stop the recording.